Hi everyone, thanks for finding my channel. This is Gemela del Toro Tarot. I do astrology and tarot, letting the events of the Zodiac guide my readings. Not all messages will resonate for every person, so leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. You're all in different points in your timelines. So what we're going to do today, this is for the 31st to around April 8th. This is for Mercury retrograde and the solar eclipse in Aries. So first I'm going to read out what I wrote and then we're going to get to the tarot. Excuse that. Aries, y'all are feeling it this week. I am so sorry. Sun, Mercury, North Node, Point of Fortune, and Chiron, all in your sign. Add to that the solar eclipse about to be all up in you on the 8th. Things are about to get fiery. I don't know what this could mean for the country. I might do political readings. I'm still considering it. The outer planets rule generational things, the long-standing ideals, global changes, humanitarian pursuits, evolution and progress. Mars, Neptune, and Saturn are the influencing energies right now, housed in Pisces. That's for generational stuff. Don't worry, Fishies, I'm going to do a reading for you guys too, but we have to deal with Aries right now, the big fiery baby Jack in the sky. Sun, Mercury, North Node, Point of Fortune, and Chiron in 9th house, Aries. More fiery energy. 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius, the wanderer, the teacher, the rolling stone. Papa gotta keep it moving. Foreign ideas and people, learning, experiencing, growth and expansion, and pushing boundaries. I feel a lot of uncomfortable wrangling in the ego. There's a knowledge of the need for expansion and understanding, but maybe not the acceptance of it. Sun and Chiron scream for personal care first, protection, preservation, and service to the self. But Chiron might make us feel guilty about that, or make us adverse to it at all, and shut us down from it. This could manifest negatively as selfishness, egocentrism, disregard for others, or the importance of their needs. To find the balance, look to where your Libra is in your chart. Libra is Aries' balance, but also their karma. Where Aries is mostly concerned with the self and the ego, Libra turns outward to form beneficial and balanced relationships with others, something Aries doesn't believe they need. Aries, you have grand, passionate, ambitious agendas, but often go at it alone, whether because no one else can keep up with you, or they just hinder you by throwing what you perceive as obstacles, doubts, and requirements on you. But Libra is advising you on where you have to extend beyond yourself and connect with the kindred spirits and learn compromise, fairness to yourself and others, and cooperation. There you will find encouragement, partnership, and healthy discourse. I mentioned Libra so much as being Aries balance because the lunar eclipse that was just on the 25th, I believe, was in Libra. And so when the solar eclipse they come in pairs. So when the solar eclipse happens, it will always be on the balance or the opposite of the sign that the lunar eclipse was in. So Aries, you're meant to look backwards towards the Libra placements in order to find that balance. Where was I? Don't be afraid of the Sagittarius energy. I mentioned that because this is all happening in the 9th house. You are a guest in his house. He's guiding you to seek out energies, people, ideas that you normally wouldn't consider. Sag is ruled by Jupiter, the jovial, inclusive philosopher. Sit and listen. Growth is necessary, Aries. Allow your fire to breathe and reach out. Expand your knowledge. Connect with allies and direct your power to becoming more and going farther. Let Libra's docile reassurance reinforce you against Chiron's doubt and hesitancy. But always rely on your heart, especially if Libra gets you caught up in her indecision. That's a big problem for us Libras. There's just so much. You just have to organize it all and make sure everything's good. Now to the solar eclipse on the 8th. The sun, of course, is energy, vitality, and life force. It shines light on what we want to be seen, what we allow to be seen, even if it's false or a mask that we wear. The moon, on the other hand, she's rest and introspection and intuition, tides and cycles and flow. Where the sun illuminates what's there, it doesn't reveal what's underneath, just what we allow to be seen, even if it's a mask. The moon penetrates what we allow the world to see and exposes what's under the illusion. Both are truths. One is the face you show, and the other is the authenticity that you protect. You might be a bit withdrawn during this time, Aries. Some in the collective might feel drained of energy, under the weather, vulnerable or sensitive. Some might feel threatened, inconvenienced, or just irritated. Tempers might be easily flared, especially if being asked to introspect and consider things that you aren't accustomed to. Be kind to others and to yourself. Rest during the eclipse, but don't neglect the inner attention that the eclipse is forcing you to face. Be brave, be kind, be open-minded, and don't be afraid to ask for advice or help. Mercury retrograde in Aries goes, if this posts on the 31st, then it goes tomorrow, the 1st. So, of course, we know Mercury energy rules the intellect, reason, communication, and information. It's concerned with the free flow of information, but not the validity of it. Mercury has no bias, no opinion, no evaluation of the data. Each sign has to process that as it can. Mercury's job is just to get the information to you, thus the phrase, "don't shoot the messenger." The god Hermes, the messenger, was the only being in existence that could travel beyond all boundaries. That's how important knowledge was to the ancients. Nothing was allowed to impede his duty. Retrograde is when the messenger leaves to go get more information. That gives us time to process what we received. It's a lull in the transmission. Retrograde is when we digest and analyze it, mull it over, let it marinate, etc., etc. We decide what we're going to do with it, if anything, or wait until it returns direct with more. When Mercury pulls back, it leaves a little vacuum in our thoughts, and they may turn to the past. That's why it's often said that people from the past reach out during retrograde. While we're not being bombarded with incoming energy, our thoughts sometimes get nostalgic, evaluating what we experienced, wondering if we missed something. Also common during these times are miscommunications, misunderstandings, brain fog, lost money. Mercury also rules commerce, merchants, and con artists. Watch your money. Also, slow comprehension, idle gossip, missed or ignored details, and quick tongues. Retrograde can also influence non-human tools of information exchange. Lost emails, lost mail, dropped or missed phone calls, phone tag, forgotten appointments, alarms not heard. Crashed websites, electronic glitches, accidents, it can be a mess. Be careful out there, fellow clumsies. Aries doesn't always respond well to having to wait, and self reflection sometimes feels like a waste of time and energy. But what else do you have to do right now? Think of it this way, Aries. I know you want to plow ahead through obstacles, but give your migraine a break for a minute, okay? And think of Mercury retrograde as a moment of planning and course calculating before you leap off that cliff. Like, okay, I'm here now, but I want to be over there. Or do I want to go back to something I had before? How high am I? How far away is it? What will I need to be when I get there? What will I need to leave behind in order to go? It's a time to evaluate where you put your fiery energy. Towards what kind of future do you want to leap? Knowing now what you learned before, are you still the same person who wants the same things? Or have you integrated new ideas and details that might change your mind and your choices? And is it for good or bad? Mercury doesn't decide what's good or bad. Data is unbiased. It just gives it to you. The ego, Aries, is what determines good or bad. Unfortunately, we often make wrong decisions depending on how certain information affects our ego. It's during retrograde that we have to figure that all out. So let's turn now to the tarot for how these energies might be expressing itself in the Aries collective. I already laid out the first layer. I used the First Light Tarot. It's all images from the Hubble Space Telescope. And I lay out the first layer just for time's sake, because these can get over an hour. I got some really interesting cards here. First dropped Power, very, very Aries energy. It's understanding reality, comma, understanding, comma, reality. Solitude, know your power and your place. There is power in whispers. There's power in anything. So this is showing us where we can draw power from at this time. I also dropped the Justice card, which is decisions, evidence, thinking, and verdicts. This might have to do with Mercury going retrograde, even though Justice represents Libra. Libra's ruled by Venus. But with the decisions and thinking and evidence and stuff, that always says to me information. So that's why this feels like Mercury energy. Then I dropped the World card. Rebirth, reincarnation, celebration, and renewal. That's what we're going to have after, I think after the eclipse. Which was interesting because right after that I dropped the portal, which is again eclipse energy. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? The portal. Okay, where was I? I paused at 1333 in case anybody was wondering. The portal card. Yes, the portal to me is, I think, that week right between Mercury going retrograde and then the eclipse. That feels like a portal week to me. This is passageways, movement between worlds, times, and relationships. Ooh, decide your path. Now, when I kept shuffling, what also fell out right on top of the portal was the moon card. And remember what I said earlier about what the moon is. When the solar eclipse happens, the moon moves in front of it. So that's diminishing the light that the sun emits, and that's how it sheds light on what's underneath the illusion. So this says, explore the shadows. Yeah. But come back from it. Explore the shadow, but come back from it. mystery, instinct, discovery, and illusion. I couldn't believe that fell out right on top of the portal. Next, I dropped the strategy card, which came right under power, which is very good. It's going to be where you're powerful and probably illuminate strategies that you can use in this portal time. It's interesting that that comes up that way because I was intending to do another reading when the eclipse hits on the 8th. So yeah, that portal right there. Next, I dropped justice. Decisions. Oh wait, no, I did that wrong. Right. So then I got who may help coming in under justice. That's a good one for the portal. Under the world, I dropped the star, which is potential. Aries energy, Aquarius energy, sorry. Dormant opportunities. Wishes now possible, success, happy endings, and promising beginnings. And right after that, or not right after that, I think it was in between here somewhere, I dropped the outcome. So I just placed that at the end where it belongs. So this looks like a really interesting reading. We got where's your power? We might find what's diminished about your power right about now because with the eclipse coming and Mercury coming retrograde, it might feel like you're being drained of that power. So what we lay on top will clarify if we're drawing from power or where power is going to. Underneath that was strategy. Justice, which is decisions, who may help, the world, renewal and rebirth. Underneath the star, which is success and happy endings, opportunities that we haven't seen, which is really good with the moon coming out, going through illusion. It's going to illuminate things that we don't see under the surface of things. So that's what the potential here is with this star card. And after that, the outcome. So we're going to go now. Who wants to come out? I think we'll use the Gilded here, the Easy Tarot. Hello, hello, hello. Everything's pre-shuffled. I do it off camera because it ends up being really loud in the microphone, so I don't like to shuffle on camera. Just going to wake them up. Let's see. What do we need to know, Spirit, in this portal time between Mercury retrograde and the eclipse? Please clarify and elaborate on Power card. Understanding, solitude, reality. We've got the Four of Swords. See what I said about rest with the moon cycles? Rest, renewal, and like thinking things over. This is healing. We're gonna need to do some inner care during this week. What else did it say here? Know your power and your place, and power in a whisper. Yeah, you got to pull back the energy. Four of Swords. You're going to be going inward. I'm not saying you're going to become a hermit or a monk or a recluse, but I think a lot of your thought patterns while you're going through your day-to-day life are going to be mulling over some decisions. You're going to be really figuring out how you're going to recover from something that may have knocked you down a little bit. We'll do strategy next. Spirit, can you clarify and elaborate on strategies that we can use during this portal time? Mercury retrograde to the Hanged Man. No, it's just saying, what did I say in my write-up? I said sit and listen. Well, you got the Hanged Man, which is Pisces energy. This is just floating around in your fishbowl. It's the homebody. It's, again, inner consideration. Whereas with the Four of Swords, this is thought energy. So you're going to be mulling over things like information that you learned that kind of knocked you for a loop. Okay? This is also could be after heartbreak because the Three of Swords here is mounted on the wall. That's the Three of Swords of heartbreak, and it's pointed right at his chest, and he's just laying underneath it. But right next to him, it looks like almost underneath him, he's reaching for that one sword. That's the Ace of Swords, which is clarity and truth. So I think, hang on, they're finally trying to come through. I'm getting this feeling of like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Because we've got this after a heartbreak on top of power, which is strength and facing reality. So this is very, what didn't kill you is going to make you stronger. But the strategy you're going to have to use is deep inner reflection. And you decide, is what happened going to change you? Should it change you? Because a lot of people are afraid of change, but you can't be afraid of change. So whatever happened, it's causing you to really reflect on who you are, what you stand for, what you believe in, who's on your side, you know? Please clarify and elaborate justice, these decisions that are being made, evidence, thinking, and verdicts. This is Libra energy. Libra also represents karma, which is the balancing of the scales. What we put out, comes back. There's decisions to be made. Can you please clarify what evidence we might consider? What decisions we might be making in this portal? The Wheel of Fortune. I heard, here we go again. These are both major arcana. Okay, so we've got Justice, the Star, the World, the Wheel of Fortune, the Hanged Man so far, the Moon. This is all major arcana. I feel like this is stuff that's going to feel like it's beyond our control. The major arcana is higher energy than what we are here in the 3D. So these are things moving in the cosmos and in globally and everything that we don't control. Timing, justice, indecisions. The time is coming. It's not reversed, otherwise I would feel like the time is not right now. But with it upright on top of justice, I feel like it's a go. Whatever these decisions are, the timing has come around to make them. Okay. Ooh, that's a good one. Can you please clarify and elaborate the Who May Help card? Who might be helping in this portal between Mercury retrograde and the eclipse in Aries, please? Who may help? The Sun. That's fire energy, Leo specifically. He could be a Leo, they could be a Leo, she could be a Leo, you could be a Leo. You could have Leo in your chart, they could have Leo in their chart. This could be anything. But we got the Moon and the Sun. But the Sun's going to be eclipsed. So I'm going to get clarity on that. We'll go to the World, renewal. Please clarify and elaborate this rebirth cycle with the World. Mercury retrograde through the eclipse. We've got the Empress. That's also Libra and Taurus energy. Venus energy. I think Venus is also in Aries, right? No? Taurus? Venus might be in Taurus. Yeah. So Venus and Taurus. That's interesting. The Empress is everything coming to fruition. She's all four queens all together. She's got her money right, she's got her thoughts right, she's got her love right, she's got what's the other one? The wands, the fire energy. She's got her ambition right. It's all like God, what is that? I can't remember the term for it, but I just imagined all four queens kind of just zoom, 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 and boing, out pops the Empress, right? Oh, oh, that's really specific. But I heard for some that it's coming around that there will be another try for pregnancy. But this also can be anything because she is all four queens. So it could be you can come around to an idea that's ready because we've got the Wheel of Fortune here. Timing's right. The Empress, she's often depicted as being pregnant, maybe about to pop. Um, the world here is rebirth and reincarnation and celebration. I mean, there could be pregnancies. Congratulations if you're expecting it. What happened to my light here? Hmm. Something's ready to pop. That's what I heard. And it's something that we really put effort into because to get to the Empress, you got to go through all four queens, and that takes a lot of effort and time, patience, ambition, knowledge, and learning. It takes a lot to get to the Empress. So now that the Wheel of Fortune is here, timing is right for this renewal. I feel a lot of feminine energy here. But again, I feel with even with plans, some of you, especially in the Aries collective, is going to feel like if you don't jump at something, you're going to lose out. But there's a real need to pull back and reflect, inner reflection. I think after the eclipse, when the sun starts coming back to power, you'll be able to jump on these ideas. So reflect in the week coming, in the week between. That's what it's showing me. That's why it's here on the left. This is the beginning of it. So this is the retrograde period, the repose and reflection, the hangman energy and your strategy to go inward and reflect. That's in the retrograde energy between the 1st and the 8th. And then as we approach the portal of the eclipse here on the right, timing is going to line up with the sun coming back out, and things are going to be ready to pop like popcorn. Things are going to be ready. The star, what is the potential here? The success after this Empress. Dormant opportunities. That's the thing that's really interesting here, especially with the moon being in play with the eclipse. She's going to allow all the illusion to be cast away, and you're going to see the potential underneath. Um, think of it like you're looking at in the daytime. You're looking down the street, and then you put on these glasses that make it a little bit darker, but let you see things that you don't normally see there. They're always there. It's just we're not always able to see it. And I think during this eclipse time, when the moon comes out and is able to shine through that illusion, that's what we're going to see with the potential, the star card. It's going to shine on things that we didn't even know were there. Okay? wishes now possible, success, happy endings, and promising beginnings. Right under the world card, which is rebirth and reincarnation. Oh, I heard some. I heard that's really specific too. But some in the collective might be pregnant with reincarnated loved ones. Please clarify and elaborate the star. Ooh, the devil. Okay, hang on. This is Capricorn energy. This is what I was talking about in my reading before when it was saying that Aries doesn't like obstacles. This might feel like obstacles, but this also can be things that we are bound to, like responsibilities. It's like it's things that we it's things that we feel hinder us, but we can't do anything about it because it's like a duty, a responsibility. It's our contract to have to do this thing. It also can be addiction. It's whatever is lording over you. You know, whether it's a person, a situation, a job, something you feel like you can't get out of. The thing with the devil, now not on this card. This card is just a fire entity with a mask on. But see the mask to illuminate what's under the mask. He's wearing the horns on a mask that cover his eyes. Okay. Traditionally in the Rider-Waite, the devil card has the lovers chained, and the lovers is always a choice. It was in the past called the choice card. So the devil card has the lovers in chains. And that's often like, it feels like possession or addiction. It's something that you know you can, if they're showing me too many different things. Oh, okay. There's a potential to throw off things that were hindering us. That's what it is. There's a potential to throw off the things that were binding us. So the thing about in the devil card with the lovers in chains, those chains are not on there tight. They're like a necklace that lays across the shoulders on them. They're not binding them tight. If we reach up and take it off, that's how easy it is. That's how easy it could be. Here's the thing about that, and I know I've mentioned this before. Oh, they bring it back. I'll come back to it. I lost it. Taking the chains off. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Choices. It comes down to choices. Where was decisions over here with justice? Decisions. Sometimes, in fact, most of the time, most of the things that keep us bound is because we feel like we have no choice. There is always a choice. Now, you might say, I don't have a choice because if I do it this way, I'll be homeless. That is the choice. If you're, this is just an example. I'm not saying that this is what's going on, but if it resonates with you, please take it. I'm just using this as an example. Say you are in an abusive relationship and you really feel like you have no choice. No, you have a choice. It's just the outcome might not be something that you feel you can tolerate at the moment. Like, there's always a choice. You can walk out that door with nothing and be on the street, or you can stay in an abusive relationship. I'm not saying that the choices are good choices, but there's always a choice to make. Okay? That's just one example. Maybe with a job, you feel stuck in this job because it pays well, but you can't change it because everything around your family is set up by this job schedule, right? So you're saying, I'm stuck, I'm bound, I cannot let this go. I have to stick with it because this is giving me stability. Those are all choices. I'm not saying that the um, I'm not saying that what you have to work with is the best, but there's a choice to keep working with it. And say, if I walk out this door and I quit now, I will have no job for months. That's your choice. So even though the chain is on us, it is our choice that we leave it there. That's what the devil is saying. Now I'm having fallen on again more major arcana energy, meaning this is stuff that we feel like is out of our control. You might feel like you're stuck. You can't make this decision. Success, happy endings, promising beginnings, but bam, the devil. Oh, okay. They're telling me to mention, since it's Capricorn energy, it's not always so negative, like restrictive like that. Capricorn energy is like the teacher at school. It's going to make sure you know your lessons before you get to move on. So this goes along with the inner reflection. Make sure you got all the information, all the lessons. Make sure that you are in a good position, I heard. Oh, I heard use, what was the word? Discipline. That's why I didn't know what that word was. Use discipline. That's a tough one. You have to really be disciplined. Discipline is hard because in order to maintain discipline for ourselves, we have to set up boundaries for other people. And a lot of times we have a hard time doing that, setting boundaries for other people. Like in order for me to reach my potential, which is the star card, in order for me to reach my potential, I need you to give me 2 hours in the evening to study. Okay? That is something that you're bound to. You have to study. And in order to absorb all the lessons thoroughly, we have to set up that boundary for people. So this could be in any area of your life. If you'd like to look at your chart and see where your Capricorn is, you'll find the house in which that might play out. Where you have a great potential for success, but you have to establish discipline. And you have to throw off what's hindering you in order to do it. Okay? Let's go on to the portal and the moon together. So what do we have in the portal card again? Movement between worlds, times, and relationships. Decide your path. This is a passageway card and the moon on top. Explore the shadows, but come back from it. Mystery, instinct, discovery, and illusion. Please clarify and elaborate. The moon on the portal. Eclipse energy, moon energy, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this might have to do with finances, projects that we're trying to begin. It doesn't always necessarily have to be material projects. This is just something we put our effort into. It's something that we want to grow. Pentacles will take time, but we've got the Queen here, which means that she's gone through the Nine of Pentacles, the little Empress, and the 10, and she's nurturing it now. So after the repose and after the rest, after the clarity, after um, disciplining ourselves in order to reach our potential, when the eclipse hits, that's when we're going to be nurturing the one pentacle that we are investing in, which hopefully is ourselves. And the outcome, can you please clarify, give me something for the outcome? Ooh, Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, our stability and happiness. Comfort. This is very Taurus energy to me, the Nine of Pentacles. It's making sure our environment is good. The Queen is going to take care of what we have and find ways to make it increase. And I know it seems like a decrease because we came down from the Queen to the Nine, but the Nine of Pentacles is often seen as the Empress in training, you know? Whoever is afraid of sliding backwards with maybe money or something, don't worry. There might be a small reduction, but it's not going to affect your abundance that much. There might be like a give and take where like something is reduced in one area, but you'll get an increase in another area. Underneath the deck, we've got the ten of Wands, which is laying carrying the ending of a burden. We've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. See? All right. It's going to be tough. It's going to feel like the wheels are not turning. Maybe they're grinding a little bit on the 3D, but with all this major arcana energy, things in the 5D are churning along just fine. It's just saying, come back a little bit, pull back your energy, put time into yourself, self-care. I heard preparation, a mental preparation for having to spring forward after the eclipse in order to get to your potential. We're going to keep going. I paused at 4303 if those numbers mean anything to anyone. We're going to go to Oda-Mae. This is my no chill deck. She will hurt feelings. I apologize. She's named after Oda-Mae from the movie Ghost, Whoopi Goldberg's character. Okay. The fairies have been bugging me when I paused the video. The fairies want to come out, so we'll do them after Oda-Mae. I see the dark lady. Not the dark lady, the green woman. I see her face staring at me. Also, I heard some people who are in their Four of Swords energy, their inner reflection kind of, there's, I feel like a woe is me kind of Eeyore energy. Like, how could this happen to me? You know? But it's not for something major, like, it's playful. It's kind of a playful, like, there was an inconvenience and somebody is like, why does this happen to me? But the song that came to me while I was thinking about the card was a sappy, weepy love song. It was If You Want Me by Glenn Hansard and Marchetti. It was from their soundtrack from the movie Once. And it was very lamenting. Um, she was singing, "If you want me, satisfy me." You know, this might be in a reflection on somebody who feels like they've been done wrong. I don't specifically have any relationship cards here, but we do have the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords. There was a disappointment, a heartbreak of some kind, causing this inner reflection. So this might mean for some in the collective that the timing is right to get back on your feet. We've got the Empress here, you coming into your abundance. And we've got discipline here in the Devil about overcoming our own obstacles. Get out of your way. Get out of your own way. I heard they just said, get out of your own way in order to reach this potential. Because you've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles here. I heard it's not as bad as it feels. But we're going to be in our heads about it and in our feels about it. So, Oda-Mae, please elaborate on the Four of Swords on power. This is retrograde energy. We're going inward. Please clarify the Four of Swords on power. Clarify and elaborate the Four of Swords during the portal between Mercury, excuse me, Mercury retrograde and the eclipse. Oh, she's quiet tonight. That's odd. Usually she can't shut up. Four of Swords on power, please. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I insult? I insulted. Four of Swords on power, please. Am I asking the wrong question? What are we going to find in there? Please click up. See? I asked the wrong question. Ah, the Hermit. I heard shut up. Shut up and listen. That's where the power is. You gotta listen. So we've got the Hangman and the Hermit energy. The Hermit is Virgo energy. It's very alone in my principles kind of energy. Where the Hanged Man puts himself in stasis in order to gain inner reflection, the Hermit goes up high in order to gain larger perspective. It's overlooking the whole town from your vantage point. So, they just showed me pay attention to your dreams. Because this Four of Swords, he's sleeping. He's meditating. The Hermit, since he goes to a higher vantage point, that to me always feels like you're going above yourself, like into the 5D, into meditation, to get knowledge from the source. And that's what's the light in the lantern, is your inner intuition. The light is inside. It's so deep inside that it goes back to it. It's a direct link back to source. So that's what you're supposed to be doing while you're in repose. I heard shut up and listen. I heard be still. That's going to be hard for Aries. But with this retrograde energy right before the eclipse, I feel like a lot of Aries, a lot of us in general, are going to be feeling a little power drain. And I think this is telling us that during that feeling of power drain, we're supposed to be reflecting. I would say this is a great week to sit back and read, research, consider this, meditate, like take a social media break that week. So, things don't keep bombarding you with other information, especially with this Mercury retrograde. A lot of that information might not be on the up and up right away. Where am I going next? We'll go down to strategy, which is looking inward, the hangman. Please clarify what we're going to be looking at. Thank you. Four of Pentacles. Okay, we're going to be looking at how we're hanging on to our money, how we're hanging on to our energy, how we're hanging on to where we put our investments. That's what we're going to be considering when we're in this repose. Look at what you're hanging on to, for good or bad, because like with the Devil card, there's things that we can shed that is hindering our progress. And now right here on the Hanged Man with this inner and strategy, okay, so we're considering where we're going to be putting our money, where we're going to be investing, what we might have to take from in order to give more to. This is very investing for the future. No, I'm not saying bet on the stock market or go to the casino. Don't do that. This is smart planning because we've got Capricorn here. And Capricorn is the planner. This is earth energy, both of them. And we've got pentacles here, pentacles here. Yeah, I feel like we're just going to be going inward and deciding that we need to spend a lot of our energy on ourselves. Because the Four of Pentacles is keeping things close. Look, he's stepping on two pentacles. He's got one on his chest and one balanced on his head. We need to invest in those things. We need to invest in what we stand on, what we hold on to, and what we think. Invest in all those things. Please clarify and elaborate justice with the Wheel of Fortune. Time is right for karma. Now that can be good or bad. There's consequences here. Please clarify and elaborate with the Wheel of Fortune on justice. Time to pay the piper, I heard. Wheel of Fortune on justice, please. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there's decisions. It's just decisions on decisions. And that's why we've got to go inward for a while. Probably that whole week. Or right above the sun here, I feel like there's going to be two things illuminated. There's two choices that we probably didn't see before. Why didn't we see them before? The sun didn't illuminate them before. But now it will, probably with the eclipse. There's two options here. So hold on to your resources for a little bit. I know that's going to be the main feeling here. Like I gotta hold on to this. Because there's indecision here. These two options that are going to be illuminated. Please clarify the sun on who may help. Who's going to be our help? This might throw a monkey wrench in things. It didn't come out reversed, but twos are always choices. And the sea behind him is really rough. These ships are being thrown around. So whatever these two options are, this is really throwing us for a loop. That's why we had to go inward to reflect. There's two options here, and okay. The sun. Oh, Seven of Swords, cutting and running. Self-preservation. I don't always get such a negative feeling from this card. A lot of people are like, oh, there's a thief. There's a thief in the night. Watch out for your stuff. Well, if you think about it, this person, he grabbed as many swords as he could, and he's running away from what looks like a circus. Okay, and it feels like he just finally said, not my circus, not my monkeys, I don't owe you people anything. And he grabbed what he could and he split. But because this, and the sun is underneath the deck, and it came out on top of the sun. So, okay, now they're telling me I have to say it. There might be an illumination on somebody who may have stolen. But keep in mind, this is sword energy. So this is all inner thoughts. Okay? This might be fear that somebody is going to steal something. However, it mostly to me means just cutting your losses. Cut your losses and release yourself, devil energy. Take the chains off. Release yourself from the fucking circus. This person, there's 7 swords in the card, but he's only carrying 5. He had to drop 2 swords. The 2 of swords is indecision. You drop in your indecision, you're taking everything that you've learned so far, because it's sword energy, so it's information. You're taking what you've learned and you're getting the hell out. Okay? This could be somebody, I just heard, it could be someone in an IT job that's so fed up with the company that he's taking his code with him and he's getting out. But the other side of the sword is always the darker side of thoughts. So be sure that this is not, you're not taking with you preconceived ideas. You're not taking with you false information. You're not taking doubts. You're not taking detrimental self-thought. Make sure that the things that you're taking will help you in your progress, not hinder you. That's what the devil is telling us. You got to throw that off. So they always say the sword is double-edged. It's a double-edged sword. You can be taking a lot of knowledge with you, or you can be taking a lot of lies, a lot of doubts, gossip. You could be taking this leap with wrong information. Deciding that, these 2 of Pentacles, deciding on that, what's valuable here is what you're going to be doing while you're in that portal time. Please clarify and elaborate the Empress on the world, renewal and rebirth. So, please clarify what this rebirth is. Is this something from the past? What is this? 4 of Swords. What is... Let's see, that throws me for a loop because we got 2 really promising celebratory cards, and again somebody feels just drained. It's like, I can't handle this right now. I don't know what this is. It's like, it feels like this is too good to be true. I gotta think about it. I don't like this. What am I missing? Is this self-care again? It's like a physical preparation, physical rest, physical rejuvenation. I'm going to keep going. Please clarify the devil on the potential. What is this devil energy in our potential here? Please clarify the devil on the potential. Discipline. Releasing burdens. 3 of Swords, you guys. What happened? We are just stuck in our minds here. I feel like something didn't work before. And now we're being very close to our chest about what we feel. I don't know who this is for, but this was some major heartbreak here. Please clarify the Queen of Pentacles on the eclipse here. Nope. I'm taking that. Please clarify the Queen of Pentacles. I have to nurture what's left, I heard. Why on the eclipse? Oh, this is feminine energy. I have to nurture what I lost. Okay, yeah, that is feminine energy with the moon. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles, please, on the eclipse. 5 of Pentacles. Wow. I heard because I lost it all last time. Oh, remember I was saying earlier about, shoot, I lost it. I lost it all last time. Heartbreak on discipline. Oh, this is fear. That makes sense with the moon coming out. Oh, this is fear. This is failure to launch. I have too much to lose. It didn't work out last time. I'm gonna lose it all again. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I don't know what area of life this is, though. There are no cups out here to show that if this is love or something else. The only thing that it could be love is because of the 3 of Swords here with the heart. Please clarify the 9 of Pentacles on the outcome. It's like you're gonna be okay. It's just fear. Clarify the 9 of Pentacles, please. Yes, I hear you, fairies. I'm gonna get to you. Thank you. The Fool. See? Just take the leap. Underneath, we've got the 7 of Pentacles, which is watching your investment. We've got the Empress again, and the 8 of Wands. Most people say the 8 of Wands is like quick communication, and that is true. To me, though, the Wands is fire energy, so it's action. It's direct change. Something's like help is on the way, I heard, or an opportunity is on the way. Also, power up, I heard, because it is fire energy. So there's a good energy around it. And you've got the Empress again and the 7 of Pentacles, like waiting for your investment. And then here's your abundance and here's the communication about it. Yeah. Underneath is the 5 of Cups, but I mean, that might be regretting not taking this opportunity when you are given it, because the Wheel of Fortune is here on top of Justice. And I heard the time is now, and it's because of what you are going to, it's your karma that this comes around now. It's reward, but you're scared. And I understand totally, because for some in the collective, this does look pretty negative. This might feel like Once you cut something, you cut and run, you're going to need to recuperate again because maybe you had to give something up here. But here in the outcome, look, you've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is financial security. It might not be the Queen, it might not be the Empress, but you're not hurting, okay? And the Fool on top, Aries energy, right back around to you, Aries. Last card, here you are. I heard, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. See, it's funny because here underneath, here is the Fool underneath the Five of Pentacles. And it looks like he's looking up at it. It looks like he's looking up at this loss. But this is in the past. This is fear. Fear of it coming around again and messing up your Queen of Pentacles energy. The Queen of Pentacles takes what was accumulated from 1 to 10 and the page, and she plants it, nurtures it, waters it, prunes it. She's good with her money, she's smart, she's a good planner, and then bam, on top of that fell the Five of Pentacles, and it feels like this is fear of losing everything you worked for. Because you feel like it happened before. So you're holding everything close to your chest. You're looking to where you can make cuts. And it's going to kill you. It's going to break your heart. Or something already did. And cutting that away is going to make you go inward again. But here in the outcome, man, you got it. This is like great cards at the end. Just make the leap when the time's right. You gotta pay attention to the Wheel of Fortune. That's, that's the sky. What's going around in the sky right now. We're preparing for Mercury to go retrograde, so that's what's going to cause the indecision. But after the eclipse, here in the outcome, you've got Nine of Pentacles and the Fool. It's something's going to be illuminated where you're going to be able to make that leap. And you're going to do it confidently, too. I heard cowabunga. So let's go to the fairies that won't stop chattering. For me, the fairies occupy the 4D. Like, we're here in the 3D, in the material world. We try to make connection with the 5D, which is the spirit world. That's where the presence is and all the angels and our loved ones and everything. That's that higher vibration. But in between there is where the fairies reside. Let's see what they want to say. Hi, fairies. I did shuffle you earlier, just to wake you up because you are so chit-chatty. What do you want to say about the Hermit? We've got the Singer of Transfiguration. Trust. Accomplishment. Hey, fulfillment. Metamorphosis. I wrote this so tiny, I can barely read it. The promise of new life. Trust, accomplishment, fulfillment, metamorphosis. And keep going. Talk about strategy with this Four of Pentacles, fairies, please. Strategy, keeping things close. Please clarify and elaborate the strategy here. Four of Pentacles. The miser, they call him. Stingy. Oh, that's too many, but we've got the Oakman. That's earth energy, very slow. More earth energy. That's okay, though, because in the... Oh, here we go. Iris of the rainbow. Okay, see, yeah, they're coming through something. This metamorphosis. Iris of the rainbow is hope after a storm. So we've got the Three of Swords here, which is heartbreak. We've got Four of Swords twice, decision making, and we've got hope after the passing storm. Protect your seeds, and this is growth and peace. Recovery after a storm. Yeah. Oh, I heard that this is going to change people. Whatever this going within. Can you clarify the Two of Pentacles on justice and the wheel? What is this decision that it's time to make? Oop, no. No, no, no. Oh my gosh, what happened here? We're all upside down. I heard they're not ready. Someone's not ready to make this decision. We've got the poop. Shape changer, paradox, relax. Easily distracted by shiny objects. I feel called out. Like hella called out. Something is cloaked. That's what that says. Oh, okay. Shape changer. You feel like that you're indecisive because things are in flux right now. It could go this way, it could go that way. It could change shape at any moment. So that's what I feel like you're trying to get a handle on it. But it feels very ephemeral. Like it's wind. You can see it, you can feel it, you can hear it, you can taste it, but you can't have it. You can't grasp it. There's things that are in flux right now. Excuse me. Get something to drink. I'll pause for a second. Okay, I paused at 112.02. That would break down to like 72.02, if that means anything to anyone. Okay. So yeah, the pook is shape-shifting, a paradox. Like this could be true, that could be true at the same time. Like Schrodinger's cat, is it dead, is it not? Dull, you'll never know until you check. So that's the kind of energy that's here. Can you please clarify and elaborate? The Seven of Swords on the Sun. Who may help? Who's the Seven of Swords? Maybe somebody is going to help you move. Please clarify the Seven of Swords on who may help. The Teum the poet. God dang it. He popped out in the pre-shuffle. I put him back. Okay. Watching from afar. Youthful energy. Okay, clear sight. Poetic gifts. It's kind of romantic. The woeful poet. Somebody is watching from afar. This could either be you, but it's on top of who may help. There might be somebody watching from afar. Unfortunately, he is one of the stone men, which means that's all he's going to do is watch and pine and sigh and write poetry. Clear sight, but yeah. Poetic gifts. Oh, Teum, the lonely poet. So someone's watching over you. Oh, he's got a missing finger. I never noticed that before. I gotta look up what that might mean. He's got a missing finger. Ooh, it reminds me of like in the Yakuza when they cut fingers off. Ooh. Somebody paid for something. like spiritually paid in order to make this run. And I feel like they feel like they lost a piece of themselves. But the reason he did, I feel, is because he didn't start out as a stone man. He was one of the fairies. He ran through the forest. He's got wings on his back that are now turned to stone. He sat for so long. Don't sit, I mean, do the inner work. But when the timing comes, when the Wheel of Fortune comes around and you're stuck in the indecision, don't sit and wait it out. He sat so long he turned to stone, and he became so brittle that he's starting to fall apart. He sat for so long he lost a piece of himself, staring at something that he wanted and being all, oh, I wish that was mine. I wish I could have it, writing poetry about what he wants, who he sees. And what is he staring at? But he's staring at the damn Three of Swords. So sitting there, staring at the Three of Swords on the devil, on top of all this potential, he sat and watched it. Lost a piece of himself and gave himself heartbreak for good measure. I say him, it could be you, a feminine, it could be, it's just energy, okay? Don't get caught up in gender. Gender ain't shit. Gender's just boobs and wieners, okay? This is energy. So somebody, you or somebody else, watched. Okay, there's two things they're showing me here, and I'm going to say them both. Somebody watched you, the viewer, cut and run and was like, I wish I could help you. I wish I could go with you. I wish I could communicate with you. But I'm just going to sit here and watch from afar as you make this move. But know that I see you. Know that I think of you. Know that I'm sitting so still that I'm turning to stone. So please clarify and elaborate. Oh, I heard you. There's communication here in the dream state. This person who watched you from afar watched you in the 5D. So don't feel creeped out about that. It's not like you've got some ghost that's spying on you or anything. This is the 5D is where souls can communicate, even though in the 3D they may be like separated from each other. I feel like this is kind of like a feeling of separation after someone made a move and all somebody else could do was watch. But they watched with love. They just couldn't really do anything. So clarify clarify the Four Swords on the Empress, on the world, renewal, abundance, and then bam, Four Swords. Please clarify Four Swords. Gestation, I heard. I heard it's cooking. I also heard somebody's spending too much time in their sleep, in their abundance, like in this dream state. It's like it feel like somebody's spending more time sleeping because it's better in your dreams. On top of that, we've got the Oak Man. He popped out earlier too when Taeyeon dropped. This is Earth energy, depth, strength, see what's true, deep ancient wisdom, call on the elders, and consider things carefully. All right. I heard, how am I going to make this happen? That's what this is. But again, I heard pay attention to your dreams, especially with Mercury retrograde. Mercury is mind and the intellect, but it's pulling inward. Oh, also with this is that card? Yes. Okay. This might feel like, especially in the dream world, things are very, how can I put this? In flux, like with the pook here, shape-shifting, paradoxes. Things are different in the dream state. In this card, you can see that upright he has this face, right? And his mouth is closed. He's not speaking. This is all inner reflection. His eyes are yellow. He looks tired. It's like this person never sleeps. And to have this fall out on top of the Four of Swords, which is rest, it looks like their bloodshot eyes is that he cannot sleep. And his mouth is closed. But if I turn the card upside down, there's still a face here. And this face has a mouth here, but when I turn it right side up, the mouth is on the crown, the top of the head of the original picture. And they're both closed, which means that you're not speaking what you're thinking right now. This is just real inner reflection. You're not talking about, excuse me, you're not talking about what you're thinking about or what you're dreaming about. A lot of times what we're dreaming about, we can't talk about because we don't even understand the symbols that we're seeing. It's all topsy-turvy, just like when I flipped that card upside down and he was still thinking. Please clarify this heartbreak on potential and on the devil. I heard there was so much potential here, but I couldn't get through the obstacles, and that's why there was this Three of Swords here. That's what the poet's looking at. There was this potential. This is Aquarius energy. It's like there was something I couldn't release. There's potential here, but there was something I couldn't release. And then it broke their heart. Please clarify what couldn't be released. Wait, say that again? I'm hanging on to the possibilities. I couldn't release the possibilities and it broke my heart. Ah, see, what did I say? The dark lady was talking to me. The dark lady came out. Last moments of deepest grief, profound intuition, ritual, prophecy, surrender to source. And I can't read the rest. The hidden is revealed. Wow. Oh, that's who the poet is looking at. So this to me is very witchy energy. Not the manifester. She is the prophetess. She is intuition. And that's interesting with the moon being in play with the eclipse. Moon energy is intuition. It was over here, wasn't it? Instinct, mystery. Where was intuition? Thinking. I thought I saw intuition here somewhere, but they're talking on the 5D. This is somebody talking to somebody else. This could be an ancestor. I don't specifically see love here. I don't specifically see a lover. I see something that got away. But this dark lady to me always embodies this feminine energy. And Teo the Poet is staring longingly at her. I mean, for the masculines, this could be really hard inner work on regaining the feminine side of yourself, the nurturing side, the optimistic side, the loving side. There was some heartbreak here. I'm going to get another layer on this because I need to know what this is between these two. Please clarify the Five of Pentacles on the Queen of Pentacles here on the eclipse. Five of Pentacles on the Queen on the eclipse. Oh, uh-oh. I hate to say it, but I heard putting him out. Somebody's getting put out. She's trying to preserve what she had built up. Somebody's getting put out. Please clarify Five of Pentacles on the eclipse here. That's just for some. Put the Five of Pentacles on the eclipse, please. Fairies. What's this loss? Oh, it's too many. What's the Five of Pentacles on the Queen of Pentacles on the eclipse energy here? Clear plan, Rider-Waite. Is that the wrong question? Clarify what is going to be lost at the eclipse. I heard help. Help is on the way. Okay. Sylvanus. Oh, wow. What did I say about this? The moon illuminating what's under a mask? This is Sylvanus, and he wears the mask of truth and has the sword of truth. That's the Ace of Swords right there. That's Archangel Michael's sword. This is incredible with the mask. The mask of truth, an aha moment, sharp perception, new truths. Let's see. Cut away fake perceptions. So they describe this as the mask of truth, which means instead of seeing clearly when you take it off, you can see the truth when you put it on. Remember in the beginning, my explanation of looking down a bright street and then putting on glasses so that it darkens it and you can see things that were always there. It's just you can't see it because the sun is so bright. That's why things are illuminated from the hidden world when the moon is in play. This is that eclipse energy. Putting on the mask in order to see through the glare, to see what's under the illusion. That's why the sword is here. I feel that there are going to be really stark changes of opinion coming up. There's going to be information, there's going to be things coming out. And this does feel like on a global level, but I'm trying to keep it kind of down here personal for you guys. So probably in your personal sphere, in this eclipse, there's going to be things that are illuminated, especially in your dreams. So make sure you pay attention to your dreams before, during, and after, like the night before, even 2 nights before, even in this whole week leading up to the eclipse, because Mercury's going to be retrograde. That means that all of that thought processes are going to be turned inward. We're going to go into the dream state in our sleep time, and things are going to be revealed there. Try to keep a journal by your bed, a notebook, something, piece of paper to write things down that come to you while you're dreaming. I know not a lot of us can remember our dreams and they start to fade once we wake up, but we can actually ask, excuse me, we can actually ask before we go to sleep for help to remember them. Okay. Please clarify and elaborate the Fool on the outcome, Fool on the Nine of Pentacles. That's a really great and oh no, the gotcha. Oh, breakdown leads to breakthrough. Okay, liberation, sudden shakeup, and habits and patterns, attitudes. Something structures. I can't read that. So we had shakeup over here. Oh no, that's shape changer. Unexpected surprise. I know more than I see. See, what was I saying about the mask coming off? Or the mask going, whatever. Take the mask. There's somebody's got a mask on. You're going to be able to see underneath of that. And he's got one eye open and he's covering the rest of his face. I know more than I see. And that comes from the dream world. So the intuition, the inner knowing, the hermit energy, the hanged man energy going within, the oakman energy, the inner wisdom. However, the gotcha has always said to me, don't look at me yet, I'm not finished. So I feel like in this process of self-reflection and deciding what to let go, you're gonna feel like just sequestering. Like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm not finished yet, basically. Also, I feel there's a vulnerability here after a great change. Like the dough isn't set yet. It still can be messed with. Something like is growing. We had the Empress there, so there's something that's been incubating, gestating, growing, and leading up to the eclipse. It's probably something that you put in motion during the lunar eclipse in Libra. So yeah, this could be relationship. I'm not done yet. Somebody is leaving something behind for new abundance, but they're not ready yet. So they didn't want to be looked at. Bottom of the deck, we've got Epona's wild daughter. She's one of the sphinxes. Lease of the shadows. She's jumping for whatever she wants. And the singer of the chalice is the Ace of Cups. And underneath the maiden. I won't go any further. So Epona's wild daughter, she's one of the moon's daughters. It's moon energy again. But she's also one of the sphinxes. There's another daughter in the deck. And together they face each other and they're sphinxes. Now, what happens when you are faced with a sphinx is that you have to answer a riddle, but more importantly, you have to prove that you learned everything that you needed to learn on your journey. And now that you're at this gateway, this portal here, the portal card, now that you're at this portal, do you have what it takes to step beyond? Do you have what it takes? Did you learn all your lessons? Did you purge everything you needed to? Did you do the inner work? Did you prepare for this moment? That's what the Sphinxes do. They're a test. It's a test. Capricorn is the teacher. Here we had in the Devil card, Capricorn the teacher. Now is time for the review. That's what Mercury retrograde does. We go into review. We go into stasis. We've got the Hanged Man and the Hermit. It's review time because now we're at the portal and we've got the Sphinx to answer to. We're not always going to understand the question. That's why we have to reflect. We've got to prepare for it. Lisa the Shadows. This is a soul connection. Okay. Help for the hopeless. Help for the hopeless, lost, and fallen. Soul connection for healing. And then the Ace of Cups underneath. Ooh, we've got a love offer in the future. Stop hemming and hawing. Do the inner work, because after the eclipse, it's going to be brand new potential. Don't let heartbreak from the past ruin the potential that you could have if you just release a little bit of that miserliness, that holding everything so close and quiet. Lisa the Shadows, she's jumping. She's just rawr. She's just like saw something that she wanted and she's pouncing on it. Under that is the Ace of Cups, the singer of the chalice. Trust, patience, hope, miracles, love, and creativity. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. This energy that we're getting through leading up to the eclipse is just very, it feels like it's grinding. Like, like, I don't know how to explain it. There's a certain noise that I always become aware of when, like, if I'm on a road trip and we're on the highway, and it's the sound, it's even the sound of, if you live near a highway, it's that constant hum in the background of the tires and the noise of the traffic. There's that certain kind of hum, and that's what I'm hearing with this Mercury retrograde energy. It's just that grating, rubber to the road kind of energy. And once we get through that, I mean, it's gonna be like getting through a traffic jam, and everything's gonna be open. I will come back in about a week to do I have to do, what did I say? I was going to do Pisces. Pisces is pretty busy, and I was going to do a Pisces reading, and then I was going to do a reading for after the eclipse. And I have a feeling that after that shift, things are just going to open up. But prepare for it. You got to make sure you learned all your lessons. Go back, review things. Money. Review your money. Make sure that the bank account is secure. Make sure that your credit cards are paid. You know, that kind of thing. How do I want to close this? I'll do my theme deck. Where did it go? It's a little bit lighthearted. I feel like all this energy was really heavy, very internal, very, contemplative, worrisome. So let's get a little bit of levity with the theme deck. Okay. Oopsie, that's loud, right? That's why I don't shuffle on camera. Oop. I made these cards, so please excuse the artwork on them. I am not a good artist. I can sing, I can't draw. Okay. Yeah, let's just get some levity here. I hope that resonated with someone. I hope it was useful. I hope it was helpful. That's all I want. I just want to be helpful. So I hope that resonated. Oh, we got to, we've got, you're going to love that one. Okay, just a couple more, please. Growth, that's a good one. A couple more. Please. Yeah, see, there's that worry. Couple more. I'm game for a couple more. That's more than a couple. Alright, I'll take it. I knew that was gonna come out. Alright. We've got some good ones here. 1010, that's an angel number, personal development, awakening and enlightenment. Keep your thoughts. Focus on your soul mission and your life's purpose. Okay, 1010. That's that sit and listen energy. We've got the dagger, which is fear, worry, and a tense situation. We've also got this shit is bananas. It is bananas out here lately, isn't it, people? It's bananas. We've got one of my favorites, do no harm, but take no shit. Okay? There's going to be like an air of protection while we're doing our inner work, and that's fine. However, we've also got my absolute favorite card, the finger. Guess what? You give too many bucks. How about you give none? Even if it's just temporary. Like, what was I saying before about in order to do this inner work, we might have to set up some boundaries? Yeah, people are going to hem and haw about that, but it's no fucks left to give, okay? Because we've also got growth in all four areas, in the Pentacles, Cups, Swords, and Wands area. We're going to be going through a very wonderful time of inner growth. And the last card, this actually came to my mind earlier when we were talking about the choices and decisions, options, like with the Two of Pentacles, the options. This is a quote from Star Trek. Captain Picard said this. He said, "It is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not weakness. That is life." That's that Two of Pentacles. That's the Hanged Man energy, the Hermit energy, the Oakman energy, the Gotcha. Am I making the right decision? That's why we're going inward in the first place, is to decide if this is the right decision. And even though, like I said with the Two of Pentacles, is it good, is it bad? You know, the information that's being passed, that we decide what's good and what's bad, but we do it through ego. And I think that's why we have to do inner work in order to get past that, so we can see it from a less egocentric point of view. However, that's what where our fear comes in. It's possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That's not a weakness. That's just life. And with that, I will close. Thank you so much for watching my video. This is a new channel, but I am a very active reader. There's a lot going on this week. I will be back. Thank you so much for finding me. I hope this resonated, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.